it is Bubz. How are you all? Now, as promised, today I will be sharing my experience getting semi-permanent makeup. Time is very different now. Back then, when you hear people getting semi-permanent makeup, you think of the aunties with the tattooed brows and how over time it ends up turning blue and green, which I admit is something that I was very terrified about. The makeup embroidery has actually taken the beauty industry by storm over the past few years. And so today I figured it might be helpful for me to share my experience. When I was in Hong Kong a few weeks ago, I knew that one of the things that I wanted to do there for sure was to get semi-permanent makeup. The reason was I just wanted a little mummy makeover because for the past 8 months, even though it's been incredible, I've pretty much spent it in a nightie, most days barefaced, and it's all been great. But at the same time, I kind of just wanted to give myself a little, I guess, push present. I want to do something for myself. Originally, I was just going to do my brows, get the eyebrow embroidery, but I ended up doing lip embroidery as well. Now, why did I want to get it done? I like putting on my makeup. I find it a very therapeutic experience where I can just really focus on blending or do my eyeliner. I'm very comfortable with how I look at my own skin, but at the same time, I'm sure you can all agree with me that we're all very aware how makeup can make us feel. A highlight can just make you feel fabulous, glowing like a Krispy Kreme donut. At the same time, I don't always have the time and luxury to sit down and do my makeup. I believe it overlaps between busy and also lazy. Right in the middle is where it falls into. I just like the idea of just going somewhere and just looking semi-polished. I still believe that as long as your brows are done, your makeup really is 70% there. Brows just make the biggest difference, especially with my brows because they're quite on the short side. And it wasn't just that. One brow actually is shorter. It's really annoying because your brows are most important, but it takes me the longest. It was just a bit of a pain in the butt. And I knew if I were to get makeup embroidery, it would have to be in Asia and not here in UK. Like, I'm so sorry, no offense. Of course in UK they have the whole microblading thing, but what I really wanted was to have more of a powdered look. I've known people who have had microblading done here in the UK, but maybe it's just the ones I'm seeing, it just doesn't look so great on the Asian brows. So for this reason, since I was in Hong Kong, I knew I would get it done there. And since I was gonna do a mummy makeover, I just told myself that, okay, if I'm gonna get done, I'm gonna make sure I'm getting it done by the best. So the place I went to is called Care You Beauty and it is in Central Landmark. First things first, I paid for everything myself. I'm really grateful for Carrie because usually she has a 3 or 4 month waiting list, so she managed to squeeze me in. I booked my appointment and I was told that prior to going there, it's recommended that you don't get it done while you are menstruating because the hormones just makes it extra painful. It's all clear to go, and before the actual day, I actually had a consultation with her. So in the consultation, she told me the difference between doing a hair-like brow versus a powdered brow. Not everybody will suit the powdered brow, not everybody will suit the hairline microblading style, but luckily she told me I would suit both. But after consideration, I just knew that I wanted more of the powdery look. And so in the consultation, she drew out a design for my brows. And she sent me home to see how I felt about the brows for the whole day. And the brows that she did was very nice. She opted more of a natural look with a slight arch. And it made my face a lot slimmer. And it's a very natural style and it looked great. But I knew I wanted more of a fuller brow, just simply because my eyes are a bit on the bigger side, so I felt like slightly fuller would suit my face more. And of course, no one complains about looking younger. Next day, I expressed this to her and she says, that is no problem. But since I want my brows to be fuller, it's a better idea we tone down the color. You don't want to be full and like super dark. Obviously today I am wearing a full face of makeup, so I do have brow makeup and lips. By the way, just because you have semi-permanent makeup doesn't mean you don't need to put makeup on. The whole reason I got the semi-permanent makeup was just so that I can go out, do my errands and look semi-presentable. Even still, even if I do wear makeup, a lot of times, most times it's just a very natural look. I can just add very little on. Like I said, I wasn't going to do the lips. I naturally have very pale lips and I'll find that even if I have no dark circles, even if I've got full eye makeup on, as long as I have no lip product, people will go, are you sick? Are you okay? You look a bit sick. Just simply because my lips are really pale. A lot of people like to go more of a pinky color, but I just preferred more of a peachy shade. So now it didn't hurt. Before Carrie did my brows, she put a numbing gel on. What's really cool about Carrie's technique is most of it is actually done by hand, which I think is how she got that beautiful gradient look. And I can honestly say that on a scale of 1 to 10, the pain was probably like a 2 or even a 3. So at the most, it probably feels similar to you plucking your brows. Obviously, if you do it all with the motor, it's gonna hurt a lot more. But maybe because she manually mixed the process, it was just so comfortable. I could almost fall asleep. As for the lips, it was slightly different. Maybe because we were kind of in a hurry, so the numbing cream wasn't on my lips very long. Talk to some people and it's kind of like divided. Some people say it was really painful and then some people say it wasn't painful. For me, it was more the painful side. For some reason, I find the upper lip more painful than the bottom lip, especially in the edges. It's all done using a motor rather than being done manually. When she was doing it, I was just thinking, beauty is pain, beauty is pain, beauty is pain. And it's worth it for years of rosy lips. To be honest, it really isn't that bad, but it's just, I guess, if you compare it to the brows. Then of course the lips did give me more discomfort. Both procedures didn't take very long at all. So what took up most of the time was probably just waiting for the numbing cream to work. Afterwards, I was sent home and I was really surprised because my brows just didn't feel very sensitive. It just didn't hurt. I thought I would feel really sensitive, but I didn't feel anything. My lips, on the other hand, it felt like they were sausage lips. They just felt really numb, and I just guess it must be what it feels like when you get fillers. I went home looking pretty ridiculous. I looked like an angry bird. Even though over the next few days it did darken because it's supposed to be, when the scabbing came off, it just revealed really beautiful brows underneath. It wasn't even scab, it was kind of like little flecks, kind of like dandruff. I believe for my lips it started to really peel already on the 2nd or 3rd day. I was given some creams for my lips and my brows, and I was just directed to apply it on the given times. It's just really important for me to keep my lips moisturized. In general, just try to keep water away from the areas and be extra careful when eating, especially. For the most part, I did try to eat foods that were smaller in size rather than eating foods where it required me to open my mouth really big or foods that's scorching hot. Do I recommend semi-permanent makeup? For my experience, I say yes. And some people will say, oh, but you're going to be left with the same brows. The thing is, it's only supposed to last you for 2 years. So you don't have to worry so much because as your skin sheds, the pigment will gradually be pushed out anyway. When I apply foundation, it does saturate the brows a little bit. But when I do my brow makeup, it doesn't take me forever like I used to. I can easily see the outline that Carrie has left, and it takes me so quick for me to do my brows. I find that when I wash my face, they appear extra rosy. It really depends on some parts of the day. Maybe because there's just extra blood circulation, so it appears rosier. But I can just say it's just been such a positive experience. You recommend it if you're more of the low maintenance type where you don't like to, or you just don't have the time to do your makeup all the time. If you guys have any questions, feel free to pop them down below and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye everyone.